Hello everyone, it's great to be with you in the Gender Leadership Programme. I just wish I was with you actually in person. For Oxfam, it's very clear to me why we have to put poor women's rights at the heart of all we do. We know that more than 2/3 of the world's poor people are women and girls, but it's not just the numbers, it's the real concerns about the degree of power that women have. They have so little rights over land. They do so much of the growing of food, and yet they get very little agricultural support. In many places, they have very little control over their own bodies. So there are so many reasons why, if you're really a poverty agency like Oxfam is, you really have to deal with women's rights. Now, what does that mean really in Oxfam? It means that at the start of every programme, we really need to think, what is it that this particular programme can do for poor women's rights? Now, it may be a very big part of the programme, or it just could be one part of it. But we need to think all the time about how to put poor women's rights at the heart of all we do. It doesn't mean, though, that we don't work with men. We clearly need to work with men, for example, in the We Can programme, where it's men and women working together to stop violence against women. But also, actually, men have different needs, and we may have programmes that are very specifically working with men on their issues in poverty too. So although we make a special emphasis on poor women, it's not the only thing that we do. Now, why I as Chief Executive think it's important is, as I've said, for Oxfam, it has to be absolutely central to the work we do, because otherwise we're not dealing with the issues of poverty today. So that's why I care about it. But clearly I also care about it as a woman. And I was asked a bit about what it's like being a woman leader. Now, in Oxfam it's great because people have really good respect for men and women. It doesn't matter who they are. But that's not true in the rest of the world, and I've certainly suffered plenty of discrimination in my time. Yet I believe that actually the best teams are the ones where you've got men and women in them, because we look at things in a different way. The thing that worries me globally is when I see people making huge decisions like going to war, and I would look at a war cabinet, for example, on TV, and there would probably be one or no women. I really do believe that if decisions were taken by men and women together, we would get better decisions, and actually the world would be a better place. So I'm very committed to actually making sure women do get power, but not just at the expense of men. I want equality. I want to make sure that men and women can work together to actually make the world a better place.